Okay. Versatile Vigilante, Young Vince, Uncle Vinny. We got a very special episode, man. A young up-and-coming superstar from the East End, Mr. MOODYK.
Yes, sir. You guys already know, man.
My guy.
Moody. That fight, man.
Let's get it, bro. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, thank you for having me, for sure.
My pleasure, bro. So, yo, we got a full house in the building, too. I want you to introduce your guys real quick before we get into...
All right, so some of my guys don't show face too much, you know. That's my dog still over there in the cut. Got my up-and-coming YouTuber right here, my dog, Ty to Fly. And then we got my, guy, many talents right here, J Jones 1K. Make sure you guys go tune into other stuff. You already know.
There we go. We'll put some
big East End stuff, man.
East End stuff, man. We'll put some links up at the end of the interview for sure.
Talks.
So Moody, this is your first interview, bro.
Yeah, this is my first interview. Yeah.
All right, we gotta get the MOODYK origin story, bro. Tell me a little bit about where you grew up, and we'll go from there.
So I grew up in Scarborough, and then I moved out to more further in the east, maybe around grade 6, so around that time, and I've been out there ever since. So that's really pretty much my upbringing. I've been in the East End since birth, so that's the East End is all I really know. So
East End life, and before the interview, we were talking Ajax, basically. Yeah,
Ajax, the A,
The A.
That's what we call it over here. We got different names. We got A Town, the A, Jax, 905. That's what we call it over here.
Love that, bro. That's Durham region, right?
Yeah, Durham region.
Yo, so I was saying to you before, shout out the homies from the Straight to the Bag team and those guys. Mm-hmm. Ajax has a scene, bro. Yeah. Ajax is coming up. You guys are the young guys putting a city on the map.
Yeah, yes sir.
Talk about that a little bit. How's that feel to be a face of a city?
Definitely inspiring, I'll say for sure, because it's you're kind of just making up, not really making up, but you kind of just, you're watching something from the ground up being built, right? So
yep.
It's you really been putting in work for that long, and then you get the recognition from other people around you, I've seen this guy before, but he's really making music, he's doing his thing. So it's definitely a good opportunity and good feeling that I'm part of this too, that what everybody else is doing. So yeah, it's definitely a good feeling for sure, I'd say.
That's real shit, bro. I feel like it's kind of a clean slate because other part of the city, there's a lot of, history with a reputation. Ajax, I feel like you guys have a chance to really put a stamp on things,
for sure. Because, when it comes to Ajax, when people think about Ajax, they kind of just I don't want to go over there, right. I don't want to come around there because it's there's nothing over there, da-da-da. But, if you really come out to Ajax and you really know, it's a pretty diverse town. So, there's a lot of different people, a lot of different things you can get into over there. So, just being able to where my guys were from that small town and were able to do something like that and actually get some recognition a little bit and get people listening to our stuff and tuning in, it's a good feeling for sure.
I love that, bro. I really fuck with what you guys are doing, and we'll get into your music for sure, but I know in your music a lot of the themes you have is about hard work, and consistency, and I think that's a great way to put Ajax on the map, not on some bullshit. Hard work, let's grind type shit,
Of course. When I think about Ajax and stuff like that, I feel you started at zero, this was nothing, and there's a lot of people that came up even before me too, so it's just you just want to keep building off of the work that other people did too, so you can keep elevating the city. So I know people are gonna be oh, he's from Ajax, da-da-da-da. It's man, till you come out here, you don't know nothing. Until you actually sit down and look at the people that are from here, you don't know nothing. Because a lot of the people that I would say artist wise or influencer wise, they're from Durham, right? So they just don't say that, right? So I'm gonna say it until the day I die. We're from the A. So that part.
Love that, bro. You say that with your chest, for real.
For real,
That's funny shit though that you brought up. A lot of people are from a place but they don't rep it. That's been going on forever.
Yeah, I know that's been going on forever, and people, I guess people don't want to have that that kind of that look kind of attached to them. They don't be oh, I'm from here, but nah, I'm gonna say where I'm from. You don't like it, you don't like it. It is what it is. I'm from the burbs.
Yeah.
I don't gotta act or portray a certain image. None of that. We're really from the A. We really do this. So.
I love that, bro. That's organic growth.
Yeah, exactly.
All the success you'll reach is gonna be earned and real.
That's exactly how I want it. I don't want it to be off of none of that weird or fake stuff, or me gotta fake my persona or fake none of that. Nah, this is really me. So. Yeah.
I love it, bro. I love that. So growing up in Ajax, were you always a music kid? What were you kind of running into?
I'll kind of say I was more into sports. So like I was always playing like basketball with like all the homies. All the homies know, so we always played basketball. But I picked up the music. I would probably say like in grade 11.
Okay.
Grade 11, I kind of picked it up. Like I always had music like that was around me. I would say growing up all the time, because like my aunt was in the church, and then my mom listened to different music. My grandparents listened to different music. So I always had like a bunch of different music around my household. But I never really picked it up until like grade 11. Like I remember me being in high school, I used to always tell one of my dogs that's not here, but I used to be like, oh, I'm about to drop the hardest mixtape of the year, hardest mixtape all the time. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
I used to always like joke around and stuff, and then just to see me that I'm actually doing it now is kind of crazy. So
putting it into existence, speaking it in.
Yeah, exactly. So
what got you to really like get into that game though? Was it like I'm bored, I need something to do?
Honestly, it was just kind of one of those things where it's like, man, you've been saying it for so long and joking around, like you might as well just go test the waters and see what happens with it. So I tested the waters and I put out a song, and then everybody was like, yo, this is actually good, like you should keep going. So tell the story.
Let's tell the story, bro. Vigilante exclusive, man.
Yeah. So I made this song, and I was just kind of going back and forth with it for a long time. Like it's your first song, so you kind of just put things together and whatever. So I remember I had this birthday party. And my 17th birthday party, I think it was at this condo, and I had a whole bunch of people there. And then I dropped the track at the condo, and I performed it in front of everybody. And everybody was like, "Oh, yo, this is hard. This is turn." So I was like, "All right." From that point on, I was like, "All right, yo, maybe you should just give it a chance and keep going with it and see how far you can get." So, and then I'm here now. Oh shoot.
Live shit.
Oh, I gotta holler at him after.
Yo, you fucking did a performance in a damn condo as your first kind of intro to being a rapper, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That takes some balls, bro.
Yeah, like I just dropped it when everybody heard it the first time when I performed it. That was the first time everybody heard it. Like it was like yeah, just do it, to see everyone's reaction. If they didn't like it, then back to the drawing board. But everybody was like, all right, yo, this is good, this is cool. So I was like, I'm gonna keep rocking with it.
You felt confident about what you were doing, obviously.
Yeah. For sure. Because
that's not something you'll do if you're kind of just like, I don't think this is very good. Like, it was good. Let me perform this.
Yeah. So I was like, I was kind of going back and forth with it the whole time. I remember I was sending it off to some people. I'm like, yo, this is good. And everyone's like, this is good. But like, it was just because like they're my homies. So I'm like, you kind of when it's your homies, you kind of expect them to say like, oh, it's good. And you're like, bro, is it really good?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's like. So yeah, when I actually put it out there and everyone was listening to it, it was actually like a good response. So I was like, all right, maybe I got something here. I can just try and keep pushing, keep pursuing, for sure.
I like that. And what was the next step for you just to get back into the studio?
Yeah, so I actually went back in the studio, made some other songs, and then me and my dog Jay Jones, 1K, we started putting up some music together, and then. We ended up dropping like an EP during our school year, and then it went dummy. It went hard. We had a song on the charts, like the top 50 charts on the Soundcloud or something like that. We had like a song on there. What was it? Think of Me. Yeah, we had Think of Me on there, and it was like from that point on, I was like, all right, like and you started taking it a little bit serious now, keep it pushing.
I think did like 15K.
Yeah, like
15K.
15K, and that's just us putting out like 4 songs, like not even mix and master like that. Just kind of like trying to get a response, see what people think about it, and everybody was really rocking with it. So
that's fire, bro. Was that the one? Because I was listening to your music. Was that the one you dropped in 2020?
Oh, nah, that was one in 2019. It was the only one we put on SoundCloud. Because at the time we were just dropping on SoundCloud. So like, yeah, if you go to my SoundCloud, it'll probably still be there and stuff like that. So.
Okay, very cool, bro. I gotta check the early stuff.
Yeah. That's how everybody kind of remembers me from the SoundCloud days and stuff. So.
Shout out to the SoundCloud days, bro. Were you influenced by the guys doing it at that time?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of like different artists I was definitely influenced by, and like I would say kind of got like inspired for sure to keep pursuing it and keep going through with it, finding my sound. Like it took me a little while to find like the sound that I really want to put out to people to hear and stuff like that. So, but I'm glad I took that time when I was first creating, just to like, all right, yo, like this is how you actually want to sound. This is what you want to write. This is what you want to be. All right, now if this is what you're gonna do, go like pursue that.
Real shit. It's part of a process.
Yeah, of course.
Because I was listening to your music and I was mainly going off of YouTube, and I saw the first video you had is Colors.
Yeah, colors. Yeah.
That was a banger, bro. I was like, was that your first video or just first video posted?
Nah, that wasn't even my first video. Like I had other videos, but like I just took it down because it's like not really my sound no more, not really how I sounded. But Colors, I would say, is like one of the first ones where I spent some like real money on it, like money on the video. So like that was definitely something I was like proud of for sure. And yeah, like I like the way how it turned out too, right? So you know, if that's your favorite song on what was that tape, Nothing to Something, 2020, yeah.
Yeah, Nothing to Something. That's the first tape that I was listening to of yours. What was kind of the mentality behind that? What was the space you were in at that time?
Okay, so for Nothing to Something, it was kind of just like, yo, like this is your first mixtape. This is the first thing that people are really gonna like, you know, judge you and look at you for. So make sure it's something that's hard and make sure it's something that it's genuine, authentic. It's something that you like really believe in and stuff like that. So that's why I kind of got the name Nothing to Something, because like I'm really starting from like zero with this stuff. So yeah, that's kind of really the inspiration for that, where it came from. And I just wanted to do something different, you know, something. I know everybody's listening to the same type of music and the same type of artists, and you know, people are always like, oh, I want to hear something new, I want to hear different this, different that. So I was like, all right, yo, let me just try and make something different and have like a bunch of like, song selections that people can be like, all right, I like this, I like this, I like. So yeah,
it's smart, bro. It was a really good project. I enjoyed that a lot.
Appreciate it.
One thing I wanted to ask you about that, again, I noticed just from the YouTube stuff, was you have a lot of videos out and a lot of it is really good quality. Was that something you learned early? Like, if I'm going to put work out, it's got to be well done.
I don't ever like to put out any type of music that's like, or videos that's like low quality or like half-ass effort. Like you know, even all my guys will tell you, when I put out music, when I make stuff, I want it to be perfect. Like, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my craft. So I want music gotta be perfect, video gotta be perfect. Like, so high quality things is kind of what attracts people, right? So people don't want to watch something that's like low quality, not that much effort, not that much time or thought into it. So I just made sure whenever I try to put out some videos, it was like along those lines for sure.
Right. It can't be questioned.
Yeah,
like,
nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't be questioned. Like, you know, you can't deny this one. It's a banger.
Love that. I love that. So you said you're a perfectionist. Does that mean when you're in the studio, if you don't like what you're hearing, you'll toss it out?
Yeah, for sure. John will tell you, like,
shaking his head.
Yeah, he knows, man. I'm in the studio and I'll
back in there.
Yeah, you know, I'm meant to go back in there. Like, I'll hear something and then I'll be like, did I say that word correctly? And I'll be asking him, like, yo, did I say that correctly? And I'll be like, nah, I gotta go back in there, man. To be like, nah, you tripping, you good? And I'm like, nah, like, just me being me. Like, I want to make sure whatever I put out there is, you know, it's perfect. So whoever's listening, they'd be like, all right, like, you know, I get what he's saying and stuff.
That's real, bro. I like when artists say that because it shows that you're serious. You know.
Yeah, definitely serious. Yeah, for sure.
If there's something you don't want on there, let me fucking change it. I like that.
Of course. Yeah.
I like that. So you put out Nothing to Something that got things rolling for you even more. You see some opportunities start to come up. People taking you more serious.
For sure.
How's that been for you, bro? Because to be a rapper, it's kind of like you have to have a persona as well as the music. You got to carry yourself in a certain way.
Yeah.
How's that been for you to live that lifestyle as well?
It's been really different, I would say, for sure, because just coming from like just me being like when I first came up here, I was like, you know, nobody knew me like that at all. So
right.
I was just the regular kid that was at school, just playing sports and whatever. But to actually like invest time and money and energy into a craft and then watch it like it unfold right in front of you and people are starting to like, you know, give you recognition. Like people be like, yo, I heard your music, like it's hard and stuff like that. It's definitely like a good feeling for sure. Like, you know, you're doing something right. So once I started like kind of getting that type of like feedback from people, I was like, all right, like, yeah, like this is something I can take serious for sure. And that was kind of after like Nothing to Something in 2020. Like after I dropped that tape, I was like, all right, like this is when I'm gonna start taking it serious.
Right. So, you saw the ball was starting to roll.
Yeah. So just kind of just, you know, going off of that and just keep going hard.
Keep going hard, bro. I feel like it's kind of addictive when you see like, oh, the work I'm doing is good work. Like, oh, I'm taking next steps. Like, it's like, fuck, I can't take steps back. Yeah, let's keep going.
Nah, because it's like once you put out like a good project or a good song, people they're gonna expect that or more, right? So it's like you can't even just settle for less or do anything less. People are gonna start looking at you like, oh, this guy tripping. He's putting out whack music. He ain't putting out good. He's not putting like, people will know if you not putting like your all into it, right? So I try to make sure that everything I record, everything I put out is just top level things for me. So
that's good, man. That's because what you're saying is all stuff that you can really control. It's not about like, oh, I want the most likes or the most follows or the most this or that. It's let my product be solid, you know, let my work be solid.
Yeah, for sure. Like, numbers are not really something that's like, I don't really, like, it doesn't really speak to me like that. It don't really matter because, like, everybody, you know, you can do numbers, I just feel like the quality of music that you put out is one of the most important things because it's like, that's the first thing they judge you off of, right? They're not going to judge you off of, like, oh, if you got this many likes or this many followers. Like, maybe some people might, but for the most part, like, you know, if they're going to click on your music, they're going to want to hear some good stuff, right?
Facts. I feel like that stuff will naturally come anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
So, you know, that's why I'm not really too, like, worried about all that stuff, you know? My time will come. Until then, I just wait my turn.
Like that, bro. I like that a lot. I meant to ask this at the beginning, bro, since it's your first interview, MOODYK.
Yes, sir.
Where's that name come from, man? What's the origins of that?
So, I was in the studio when, like, maybe, like, 2019, when I first started ever, like, recording and stuff like that. So, I was my engineer at the time. I was with Daz. Shout out to Daz. And he said, when I first started rapping the song, like, with the song we made or whatever that day, he was like, yo, you got like a moody flow, like, you know, kind of like a Young Gunna flow type of thing. And I'm like, Moody. And then, like, the first initials of my name is a K, so I was like, all right, so MOODYK. And I'm like, all right. So I just stuck with that and I kept it running with it.
Like that.
Yeah, so that's kind of where that came about. And Moody's kind of just like if you hear my music, not every song on like a project or every song is the same. Every song is something different, right? So it kind of gives you that kind of like that moody feeling. You're like, you don't know what you're gonna hear when you listen to my project. You don't know if it's gonna be like some super hard shit or some sad stuff or like maybe some melodic stuff. So yeah, to try to keep people guessing all the time for sure.
Keep people guessing. I like that, man. MOODYK. I fuck with that. I fuck with that story and I fuck with the name. Yeah, very marketable.
Yeah, you know. So keep it. Once I heard it, I was like, all right. Like, but that name, if real ones know, like, it was like MOODYK. It was like MOODYK, you know, at first, and then I dropped the E, and then now, you know, now it's MOODYK, and then I was thinking about dropping the K, but I was like, man, I already put so much music out and had MOODYK under it, so I'm just gonna keep it the same, because, you know, at least
you know it's Moody.
You know, so so at least I know that, like, well, when I look at my name now, when I see MOODYK, it's kind of just like, all right, so I got Moody, like, that's like my artist name, and then my real name, like, it's attached to it too, so it's like, all right, you know, I got both my worlds collided, so my fault. Yeah,
that's smart, bro. I might be talking shit here, but I'll say whatever. I feel like doing that can keep you humble too.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like to be a rapper, bro, you kind of have to be like a big personality, but you're still a person at the end of the day, you know.
That's what I wish I tell people, like, you know, I go through situations too. I go through real life situations. Everybody does too. Like, I'm not invincible, so it's like, you know, I just try to keep everything just real, genuine, authentic. So whatever you hear is like what I was probably going through at the time, right? So yeah, that's how I just try to play the role for real.
That's a fact, bro. And that's what I think a listener wants to hear. They want to hear real. Like, they want to know that you really went through that.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. So
I think you got that going for you, bro. I'm really excited to see what you have going in the future, too.
Appreciate it, man.
And, interview is at a good time because I know you just dropped a project.
Yes, sir.
Me, Myself, and Moody.
Yes,
Go
sir.
check this out, man. I love this idea, too, scanning the barcode.
Yes, sir. Make sure you guys go tune in. It just dropped, man. April 21st. Me, Myself, and Moody. Out now, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, anywhere. Go show your granny, cousin, anybody, bro.
Something for everybody on there.
Something for everybody, definitely.
Hot off the press.
Of course, 8 songs on there, you know. There's something for everybody on there, you know. Even if you don't really like rap music just straight, I bet you there's something on there for you. Bet you.
I like that, bro. So how's the feedback been for Me, Myself, and Moody so far?
It's actually been pretty good, for real. Like, a lot of people have been telling me, like, their opinions and their feedback on like certain songs that they like for sure. So I'm just, you know, grateful for real. Like, people are actually tuning in because, like, you know, when you drop something, you're just like, I don't really know. But like when people come back to you like, nah, like, I listened to this thing front to back and this shit's hard, bro. Like, you know, I fuck with it. So I'm like, all right. So I know I'm doing something right with it. So the feedback I've been getting off of it has been pretty good too. Like, I've been putting these up around the city and stuff like that, trying to grind. You know, we kind of did like a little promotion thing where we went to a mall and we had people like scan it and let them know like their feedback on the album and stuff like that. So it's like, all right, cool. So definitely like a good feeling. That's very cool, bro. That's a great idea. I feel like you're someone that's not afraid to take chances. You know, was that fair to say? Yeah, for sure. You know, gotta be a risk taker in this game. You know, can't be scared. If I'm gonna do this, I'm not gonna do it like with 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm doing one full. You know. Yeah, man. Try it out. For sure. How was that mall experience? It was crazy. It was crazy. Like, we had a bunch of people like we were just walking around. People were just really like tuning in, like scanning it, like pre-saving the tape, like, you know. Even just like, even like this one girl was like, oh, like she literally played it, and then we walked past her again, and she stopped it. She's just like, yo, this is really good. Like, I fuck with it, you know. So it's like, all right, when you get that type of feedback, you know you're doing something right for sure. So.
That's fire, bro. That is a really good idea. I've never really heard that before.
Yeah, like
very smart.
Just walking around with your flyer, like, you know, the QR code on it and stuff like that. It's just something like I always wanted to do it, but like I just never like really found out like the tools on how to do it. And then I'm like, yo, I'm about to drop this tape. I'm gonna do it. Like I'm gonna figure out how to do it. So I just figured out how to do it and I did it. So yeah.
That's amazing, bro. Because at the end of the day, if you're willing to put your mind and some time into it, anything really can be done.
Of course. So, you know, when it comes to like, especially when it comes to promotion in this game, right? You want to promote yourself properly. Like I don't really want to promote myself just online. So I feel like, because online, I feel like you can only reach so far, right? So it's like if I go out and actually have flyers with my QR code on it, or even have a flyer of my tape on it and tell people to go listen to it and stuff like that, I might get a better reaction, better response, because like I'm right there in your face now with the flyer, right? So they, you know, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna deny me right in front of your face.
I'm here, bro. Let's go.
You know, I'm here. So I feel like you get a better connection with people when you like right in front of their face, right? Like, you know, that's why people go to concerts, right? They go to concerts to actually see the person, to who they're paying for. So when they're actually performing in front of them, it's a different experience. So yeah, that's what I try to do for sure.
Yo, that's an excellent mentality, man. I completely agree. That's building a core fan base.
Yeah, just getting down and grinding, you know. I'm down for the grind, you know. I always tell my guys, like, you know, when we make it, this is all gonna be like all this hard work that we're putting in right now is gonna be worth it. So it's just keep going, keep grinding. Don't ever get discouraged. Like none of that. Just keep going, keep grinding.
Real as fuck, man. The core fan base is when that's your foundation. You're gonna be able to build on that as you go. You know, they're gonna be fucking with you forever.
Yeah, so like, you know, that's what I'm just trying to do. I'm just trying to like establish and build up a nice core, like you said, of people that like really like my music, and then, you know, hopefully that branches out, and then we'll just keep it going, you know.
I love that, bro. Where do you? I know it's hard to say, but where do you see this going long term for you?
Long term, I see a lot of different opportunities for sure. Cause I mean, people might not even know this about me too. Like I'm an actor too, so like I do acting. Like I've been on Netflix before. I've been on a couple of like background stuff like that too. So like the music is gonna branch off into some acting for sure. So I know I'm gonna use both of those avenues in whatever I'm gonna do in life. So whether it's the music that takes off first or whether it's the acting, like I already know that both of them kind of in the same lane, the same field, right? So I was just talking to my mom about it too this morning. She was just like, yeah, like I see you like putting in work and da. And she was asking me about acting, and I was like, yeah, like both of those avenues are kind of in the same like industry, right? So they're gonna, you know, I told her if it's music first, great. If it's acting first, even better. Like, doesn't matter, because, you know, I'm just ready to grind, to be honest. I'm trying to make it all and put on for my people, put on for the city, and, you know, have a better life and stuff like that, because we know the potential that like me and all my dogs can reach for sure. So we, you know, why waste that?
Why waste that, bro? Why put boundaries?
Yeah, why put
limits?
Boundaries? Like that's the one thing I'd hate to do. I would hate to be older and then be like, damn, I could have went harder. Like I could have done this, I could have done that. Like everything that I was thinking about doing when I first started this stuff, like I'm doing it now. So it's like all right, you know. So I'm not trying to have no regrets at the end of this.
Facts. So that's a great mentality to have, bro. How'd you get into acting?
I got into acting, so I've been like acting since I was like I'll probably say like 3 or 4. So I had like a lot of different stories and stuff like that. So my mom was putting me in different stuff. Like I always loved to act when I was younger. I've been in like a couple plays and stuff like that, like, you know, Wizard of Oz and all that type of stuff when I was younger and stuff like that.
What character were you?
I was a Tin Man.
Tin Man, okay.
I was a Tin Man. So, you know, I was a Tin Man and stuff like that. So, but yeah, like I just remember just growing up, just doing acting. I always loved it. I always loved, like, you know, the feel, like memorizing all the lines. And a lot of people are like, how do you do that? Like you memorize so much lines. And I'm just like, oh, it's so easy. Just read over the lines. But yeah, like that's a lot of work too, a lot of skills. So still perfecting that craft. Still want to pursue that for sure too. So honestly, I'm just waiting my turn. Like I said, it doesn't matter on if it's the music first or the acting first. Just waiting my turn with it.
I like that, bro. That's like that Tupac shit.
Yeah.
Take over the music, take over the acting.
Take over everything, man.
Take over everything. I love that.
When it's all said and done, you leave your mark here, right? So you want people to remember you for the good things and the stuff that you were accomplishing. Like, so keep at it.
Love that, bro. Who's your favorite actor?
My favorite actor, I'll say Denzel Washington for sure. Who else? There's another one that I said in my mouth. Morgan Freeman.
Okay, good choices.
Morgan Freeman. Yeah, those are the two that really like speak to me for sure right now.
What would your favorite type of role be? Like, are you a romance guy? Are you a comedy guy?
Damn. I'd probably say like I'd probably say more like action, to be honest. Like I like moving around and like, you know, being able to like do like say lines and while I'm doing something like a different action at the same time. So it's like, yeah, it's like kind of like multitasking at one time. So I probably put myself in that category. But like I said, I'm trying to be versatile, so I'll do anything. Like, versatile
vigilante, man. Let's fucking go.
Like, yeah, I'll definitely like, you know, give it a chance to see what it is. Obviously, depending on what it is, but like, and it's like just, you know, try something new. You might like it. So.
Yo, that's such a good lesson, man. That's what, like, you know, parents have said forever. You might like it, don't knock it till you try it, type of thing, you know?
Yeah, my mom had vegetables when I was growing up.
Real, man. Eat your beans and shit.
Yeah.
That's facts, though, man. Why would we rule something out before we try? Meanwhile, there's might be potential for you. Of
course. So it's like, yeah, just whatever. Like, that'd be my advice to everybody that's, like, trying to pursue something. Like, don't really knock it till you try it. Like, you know, try it out a little bit and see if you really like it, and then if you're seeing something with it and you're really passionate about it, just keep pursuing. Don't care what nobody says. Don't listen to what the next person got to say about your stuff. Don't listen to none of that. Like, if you really like it and you're really passionate about it, pursue that.
Big facts, man. Having that confidence in yourself.
Of course. That's one of the first things people are going to look at when they see you too, right? You got that confidence in you, so, you know, show them that.
Completely agree, bro. Yo, you said you're a sports guy. I forget what song it was, but you made such a fire reference, Monta Ellis on the Bucks. I forget what it was. You're like getting to the Bucks like Monta Ellis. I'm like, I know this guy's a basketball guy because Monta Ellis Bucks references are not happening every day. You know,
that's going over people's head. They don't know about Monta Ellis. Monta Ellis was hard, yo, for sure.
Monta Ellis was hard, bro. Remember, like the choice was between Curry or Monta Ellis.
Yeah. Trust me. Like, you know, and I even was fortunate enough to see him play a game in Toronto when he was on the Bucks. So that was the first Raptors game I ever went to where they took a L. But damn, man,
that's all right. It's worth it. That might have inspired the song.
You know, for real, like, he was nice. I remember he was taking over that game. He was nice. But yeah, Monta Ellis for sure. Super, super hard. Shout out to him for sure.
Shout out Monta Ellis, man. I just love that reference so much. I love that when rappers drop like obscure reference. Yeah. Like anyone could say Curry or like LeBron or some shit, but Monta Ellis.
Yeah.
Fuck with that. That's a real reference.
Everyone know about Monta Ellis for sure.
That's a fact, man. Combo guard. Are you still watching the NBA heavy?
Yeah. With him and was it Brandon Jennings?
Him and Brandon Jennings, man.
Them two for sure.
That was the pre-Giannis Bucks.
Yeah, pre-Giannis Bucks. Yeah, those guys are hard. That was that 1-2 combo they had over there for sure.
Yeah, man, they could get you buckets. Yeah. Not much else though.
Not much else, but hey, man, they did their job. They did what they had to do. Their team was not the best, but you know, those two guys are carrying the ship for sure. So
facts. Are you watching these playoffs?
Yeah, a little bit, not too much, because you know the Raptors are not really in it, but you know we'll be back. Don't worry.
We'll be back, bro. What do you think of Nick Nurse being fired?
Damn.
Little ESPN vibe.
Yeah, like him being fired. I'll say that like he was a good coach for sure. Definitely I've won the chip in 2019 without him. I'll say that.
Facts.
And his defensive schemes and stuff like that, but maybe sometimes change is needed. And you know, like I said, we're not really in the locker room. We're not with them on a day-to-day basis, so we don't know what's going on like behind closed doors. Who has good relationships with who, and you know, so it must have been for a good reason why he probably got let go. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see the future of the Raptors for sure.
I agree.
Shout out my guy Scotty Barnes.
Shout out Scotty, man. He's gonna be a star.
For sure.
Give him the keys. I agree.
Yeah, give him the keys right now.
Hell yeah, man. Give him the keys. I completely agree. So yo, you brought a crew with you. Is it important for you to have a strong team? Is that part of kind of your main vision as well?
Yeah, for sure. Having a group of people around you that got the same vision, same idea, same mentality as you is important, because you guys all have that similar goal and similar idea and the places that you want to reach. So it's like once you have everybody on the same team, it's just easy to like maneuver things around. Like, all right, we can do this, we can do that. Like, and also it helps out when everybody in the team got a skill. Like, you know, it's like if everybody got a different skill, something that you don't, it's just useful. So it's like, all right, this guy can do this, he can help me out this way, or this guy can do this, and or these two guys can come together and help me with this and da-da-da-da. So, yeah, that's what a team is, for sure. So, definitely having people with, like, just, like, versatile, different, you know, just able to do different things, for sure. It's just, yeah, I'd recommend that for a team, for sure.
I agree, bro. Everyone has their own strength.
Yeah, exactly.
Whole team strong.
Whole team strong. So, like, you know, we got no weak link. Like, when you walk into a spot, you don't want someone to be like, oh, that guy's definitely, like, you know, that definitely guy, the group leader, right? Like, or he's the guy that, you know, does all this, all that. Like, you know, whenever me and my guy step in the spot, all of us step. So
leaders should roll with other leaders.
Of course, you know, everybody in that group is a leader, and does things at a high level too. So it's like it's easier for us to click up together and like, get things done. So
I like that, bro. I like that a lot. That's, yo, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I'm 22.
You're 22, man. 22, yo, yeah. These are lessons that people don't learn until a lot later in life sometimes.
Yeah, like I'm just grateful, like, that I'm able to learn a lot at this age too, especially with the guys around me too. They be teaching me new things and stuff like that, new skills. So just trying to be, you know, just trying to be wise with it, be smart with it, and just, you know, keep growing as an individual, keep being a better person.
Real shit, man. That's all it is. If you keep going and doing things the right way, you're gonna get there. You know, it's just a matter of time. But it's gonna happen.
You know, sometimes I be getting a little bit impatient. I'm like, damn, like, when's it gonna happen? When's it gonna happen? But you know, you never want to rush the process, because then, you know, you might be missing out on an important lesson. So you don't wanna rush the process too much. Like, I know for sure, when it comes to like where I'm at right now in terms of like music wise and everything, it's like, all right, like you're supposed to be here right now. You're supposed to go through these struggles right now. You're supposed to go through all this stuff right now. Because if you don't go through it now, when you get to where you want to be at, it might be worse, right? So,
yo, that is some real shit.
Yeah, like, you know, that's just how I view things. Like, this is really different. Like, just whatever you're going through right now, like, even if it's music, you know, maybe you're in school, and like you got like crazy exam, you know, you're stressing about it and stuff like that. Like, you know, it might sound crazy, but you like that's what's supposed to happen right now for you. This is one of those levels that you got to complete.
Yeah.
To get to the top, you know. So
you can't skip it.
You can't skip that level, you know. So
that's real, bro. And then if you have a similar challenge later on, it'll be soft because you've already dealt with it.
You already dealt with it, right? So that's kind of how I view like my story when it comes to music and everything else. And my guys are kind of the same way too, you know. I always tell them, like, just keep going, keep pursuing what you're doing, like, you know, got your back 100% throughout the whole way. So
I like that, man. I like that. I really like to hear that.
Yeah.
Strong foundation, man.
Yeah,
very
foundation.
Important.
That's one of the things that we first built when we first started coming together as a team. It kind of was just like, all right, we do this, build this strong foundation together. Anything's possible. Like, we done so much crazy shit together, so it's like it's like I already knew it was working. So, you know, I just didn't know it was working this well. So it's like, you know, just to be able to be like, all right, like, I got a group of guys that are around me that actually want to see me win.
Yep.
And actually want to see me make it, and they'll put me in positions to where, like, yo, like, I want him to go do this because I know he's gonna do good in this. So it's like, yeah, a good feeling for sure.
That's a great feeling, man. And success for one is success for the whole team as well.
I already told these guys, yo, if I win, we all win. So
it's true, bro. No, I love to hear that, man. That's really good. I like what you're building. Yeah. I think you're well on your way to a lot of success. You've already been successful. Yeah. Just gonna keep going.
Yeah, you know, just trying. That's the thing though. Like, I don't be giving myself, like, people say I don't give myself enough credit, because I be like, damn, like, shit, I don't know if this album or this tape is hard enough. People be like, "What? Are you crazy, bro? Like, this is some good work and shit." So I just kind of be hard on myself, because I just, like, I'm like, I want to do better. Like, I want to be great. I want to do all the great things in the world. I want to, like, you know, travel with all my guys. I want to be successful. I want to do it all. So it's like, I just be kind of like hard on myself a lot, but it's all good though.
And you'll probably continue to be like that for the rest of your life, man. And that's why you're gonna continue to do good things.
Yeah, it gets like that sometimes, you know, where you're just like, you kind of just look at yourself in the mirror and just like, fuck, man, like, am I really getting to where I want to get at right now? And then, and everybody else looking at you around you like, yo, like, this guy is really, like, he's moving his stuff, like, doing his stuff real nice and stuff like that. So definitely a good feeling for sure, and inspiring for yourself too. So yeah.
I like it, man. I like that. And I like that you touched on how sometimes you do get impatient. Sometimes you do. Like, that's human shit.
Yeah, like, I would, for anybody that's ever pursuing something, for sure, like, I'd be lying if I said, like, I didn't have those moments where I felt like quitting. Or I didn't have those moments where I felt like, man, like, just forget this stuff. Like, I'm gonna just go get it. I'm doing 9 to 5, just do this forever, you know? Give up, man, you know? And then, give up's not in our vocabulary. We always told ourselves that from the start. So it's like, if you want to start something, you want to finish it. So that's kind of the wave we've been on, and then ever since then, I was like, you know, just been going full throttle on it for sure. But what I will say for people is take breaks, like take mental breaks. Like sometimes when things get too hard, just take a break, come back to it, and then, you know, things will be better for sure. So that's my advice to anybody that's listening or watching and want to, like, kind of doesn't know what to do when things kind of get overwhelming a little bit. Just, yeah, take a break for sure.
Some free MOODYK advice, man.
Free sauce, my fault, man.
Free sauce.
Yeah, free sauce. Like,
can be charging for that type of shit,
be charging for that, you know? Should be charging, man. Putting you guys on. Like, take a break. Like, you know, go for walks. Like, I don't know, write, draw, do something else other than the craft that's giving you that overwhelming feeling, and come back to it a little bit later. That's kind of what I did with homework in high school. Whenever I be doing math homework, I'm like, oh, damn, man, this question's too hard. I'm close the book. I'm close the book, go do something else, and come back and be like, oh, yeah, my teacher did teach me this formula today. Let me just, and yeah, that's kind of just how I did it. So.
That's for sure, man. You got to keep your mind right, man. Yeah. If we're not at our best, how's the work going to be good,
course,
you know?
You know, so just always take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself, man. I love that type of shit. Mm-hmm. Fuck, bro. I really enjoyed chatting with you. I want to give you the chance to plug anything you want. Is there anything specifically you wanted to bring up? Anything you want to go over?
Just dropped the hardest project in Canada.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Say that one more time.
Hardest project in Canada.
Let's go.
You know, Me, Myself, and Moody just came out April 21st. Make sure you guys go get that. I got another tape coming this year. I'm really grinding this year. Dropped some 2 tapes for you guys. I got an EP coming for the girls, you know what I'm saying? A lot of different stuff. A lot more music, a lot more videos, a lot more content. Just expect to just see a whole lot more of me for sure.
Not going anywhere but up, man.
Not going anywhere but up, you know? So
love that. How about performances?
Performances? I haven't really done a lot of like performances like that, to be honest, but this summer I'm just hoping to, you know, getting some festivals and stuff like that for sure. So like if anybody's out there that's looking for me to come perform, or looking for anybody to come perform, new up and coming artists, I'm here. My dog J Jones 1K is here. Like, you know.
You make music too, or videos?
I make music. I do it.
Okay,
shout your shit out.
JJones.1K on Instagram. You can find me on JJones1K at YouTube. I got a couple of videos already. Y'all can check them out.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, you already check me out on Spotify, Apple Music. We're all platforms, man. You already know what it is.
Yes, sir. Big East End, man.
Big East End.
Come on.
Shout out Ajax, bro. Shout out everyone doing their thing. Shout out MOODYK.
Come on, man.
At MOODYK on Instagram.
Yes, sir. Right here. See that link? Says a little orange right there. MOODYYKK. That's my IG. That's my Twitter. That's my Snapchat. Anyway.
Love it, man. Go follow the homie. Shout out to everyone that's been supporting. Shout out Ajax in general, man. Out here. MOODYK season, man. VersatileVigilante. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it.
You guys turn it up, man. You guys already know.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir.